Alright, hello guys, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to be going over not one, not two, but three tropical cyclones going on in the Atlantic where things are absolutely blowing up. Now for today's comment of the day, we have Tropical Storm Bill offshore of the East Coast, so I want to know, what do you think the other two are going to do? We have one in the MDR, and then we have one in the Gulf of Mexico. Let me know individually what you think each of these will do in the comments down below, and I'll be picking one of those for tomorrow's video. Let's get straight into this video, and as you can see on the 2-day graphical tropical weather outlook, that is 3 tropical cyclones. We have one in the Gulf, we have Tropical Storm Bill offshore of the East Coast, and then we have a 10% chance there offshore of Africa there in our MDR. That one's actually surprisingly far south for a tropical cyclone in the Atlantic. Further south than most tropical cyclones start out. Also, having a storm start out in the MDR this early on in the season is a little weird. That's not very typical. I've seen that quite rarely, actually. Now, for our just zoomed in look at each of these, here is the one in the Gulf of Mexico. 20% chance of development over the next 2 days. And then we have our one in the MDR, the basically offshore of Africa. We have a 10% chance of development over the next 2 days. So we're not expecting that to occur within the next 2 days for either of those two. And then we have Tropical Storm Bill, which we do expect to maintain tropical storm status, but it will become post-tropical cyclone Bill. And eventually that should hit Newfoundland, unfortunately, by about maybe early. I would say this looks like probably going to start bringing impacts Wednesday morning, maybe about 8 a.m. or so. Onshore to the very eastern end there of Newfoundland. So we're going to be watching very, very closely for that. Now, as we take a look at the individual 5-day outlooks, let's just take a look at the zoomed out, just grand scheme of things real quick. We have a red there for the one in the Gulf of Mexico, indicating a high chance of development over the next 5 days. Obviously, we have Tropical Storm Bill. Nothing is going to change with that. And then we have a yellow, code yellow there, for the one in the MDR. As we zoom into these individual ones and get the percent risk for each of these, I'm going to start out with the one in the Gulf, where we have a 70% chance now of development in the Gulf of Mexico over the next 5 days. This one has been a long time coming because I have been tracking this storm for probably weeks at this point, knowing that there would be a potential tropical cyclone in the Gulf of Mexico. If you guys have stuck with us, congratulations, because it has been a long time coming, but it did happen. Now, as we take a look at the one in the MDR here, we can see that there's a 20% chance over the next 5 days. So still not a high chance necessarily, but this one does have a more increased chance, actually double the chance over the next 5 days, because from 10% to 20%, although none is really good, but we do have double the chance there in the 5-day range. And this one is going to be generally heading through the MDR towards the Southern Caribbean, or potentially north of Puerto Rico, which would put it more in the not Southern Caribbean, more in the Northern Caribbean, heading towards the United States. We will watch that one very closely. I think if it's going to develop, chances will obviously increase over the next couple of days. Now, what we're going to do in a moment is we're going to move on and we're going to check out the satellite imagery for all 3 of these individual systems, and then the spaghetti model guidance for all 3 of these individual systems, as well as the intensity guidance as well for each individual system. We're going to move on and do that in just a moment. Now, starting out with our satellite imagery, here is Tropical Storm Bill, and as you can see, it's a nicely structured storm, but it's obviously moving towards being non-tropical, in my opinion. Usually you're looking for more of a symmetric look, and obviously this one is not balanced from each side to each side. Here's our system in the Gulf here. Very tall clouds, but it is struggling with Mexico, as you can see, just right on the coastline there, basically. If it was just a little bit further offshore, it would be easily developing right now. But as long as it's along that shore of Mexico, it's going to be in trouble, basically trying to develop any further. Land is basically the enemy of tropical systems, and it just does not help them at all. And as a matter of fact, it hurts a lot, the storm. As we look at the new invest, it's called 94L, by the way, it's not there. We got some clouds, but it's not there yet. But basically, we're looking at potential over the next 5 days, not today. So that's why it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and move on and take a look at some of that spaghetti model guidance. So this is going to be from our GEFS model for Tropical Storm Bill. As you can see, like I said, it is expected to hit Newfoundland there, and then potentially cross over and then head towards Europe, but usually these storms are no longer anywhere near tropical by the time they make that trek. And this model is just indicating that there will still be a low pressure system. So a storm could hit Europe by all means. Really, a strong storm could hit Europe, but it would not be tropical or post tropical by that point, likely. Now, as we take a look at the Canadian ensemble model, this one takes it to where it could even impact some other regions in Canada. I mean, very far westward compared to what our GFS ensemble model was showing. This one possibly impacting Nova Scotia, even the rest of Newfoundland, even Labrador a little bit. So a lot more areas feel a lot more impacts once we're looking at the Canadian ensemble model. Now let's take a look at all the individual models, and as you can see, they mostly agree with the GEFS model the most, and even some of them take it too offshore of Newfoundland to even bring impacts. But the vast majority have an impact over the next, I would say, around 36 hours. I mean, within 24 hours, it's going to be quickly approaching Newfoundland, and then it's basically going to do that trek across the northern Atlantic, heading towards Europe potentially as a low pressure system, like I said. Here is the intensity guidance for Tropical Storm Bill, and as you can see, it's actually going to be on a downtrend, possibly a little bit of a slight uptrend over the next 12 hours, but then a sharp drop off where over the next 72 hours, it should be below tropical storm status by then, especially if it crosses over Newfoundland. Obviously, that'll dramatically weaken this storm by that point. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to move on and we're going to take a look at the spaghetti model guidance and intensity guidance for the storm that is in the Gulf of Mexico. And then finally, we're going to take a look at those things for the one that is in the main development region offshore of Africa in just a moment. All right, now here we are taking a look at the one in the Gulf of Mexico. This is our GFS ensemble model. And as you can see, this one, the vast majority now have it heading, basically doing a little horseshoe down there near Mexico, which is not going to help the development by any means. But eventually they do make their way to where they're headed northward towards the Gulf Coast there of the United States. And you can see the vast majority now show that, which is a huge increase in confidence compared to yesterday. Also, as you can see, the Canadian ensemble model, although it's more all over the place, does have a lot of those heading north as well. And then once we take a look at all the individual models, it's kind of still all over the place. Again, this is cooked pasta, not uncooked pasta, and we're waiting until we see uncooked pasta, where we see all of these spaghettis going in the same. That's not how you say that. All of these spaghetti noodles heading in one direction, but for now they're all over the place. This is a plate of spaghetti that is already cooked at this point, and we're waiting to see that go uncooked so we can see them all going in one direction. For now, I don't know what to think of this. I mean, the cone should be literally a circle around the low pressure system, because at this point it could go in literally any direction according to what I'm seeing here. Although the vast majority have it either heading northward and then northwestward through Mexico, or northward and northeastward towards the Gulf Coast there. So that's at least one thing I can kind of determine from looking at this. Here's the intensity guidance, and as you can see, this one is expected to generally intensify. We have some of these having it head towards tropical storm status, and then some of them have it kind of maintaining kind of what it's at now. A couple have it weakening as well. Let's just take a look at that main development region storm, and this is our GFS ensemble model. This is not a good look, because this is exactly where a storm heads when it could intensify, heading towards basically Puerto Rico or north of Puerto Rico eventually. Is not a good look, and you can see that once we take a look at those individual models as well, it's the same story. Some of these have it heading towards the southern Caribbean, which is basically the graveyard of tropical systems. That would probably weaken the storm, but if it goes north of Puerto Rico, north of Dominican Republic, we could be in trouble here. We might need to track this one over the coming week or possibly longer, because these storms that start out here usually take a long time to get where they're going. So we probably will be talking about this storm for a very long time to come. Here's the intensity guidance for this one, and as you can see, the vast majority, if not all of these, have it heading in the upward trend. They're taking it stronger and stronger and stronger, eventually towards tropical storm status. A majority of these have it heading towards tropical storm status. Very, very interesting stuff here. I think we're going to be tracking this one for a long time to come. Anyway, for today's confidence tab, we're still at a 5 out of 6. If anything, our confidence has increased a little bit, not to the point where I'm at a 6 out of 6. Maybe if we didn't have that uncooked spaghetti, or maybe if we didn't have that cooked spaghetti and had uncooked spaghetti instead, we would be at a 6 out of 6. But for now, we maintain at that 5, that score of 5 on the confidence tab. For today's comment of the day, I asked you guys, what do you think Do you think both of these storms will develop, the one in the Gulf and the one offshore of the East Coast? And James Marr said, I believe both will end up developing. Well, you're halfway right so far, so we'll see what happens with the second one. Anyway, for today's patron highlight of the day, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons, John Benbenek, James Wade, Dovi Nagel, Lila Pan, and Donna Carnes, alongside our diamond patrons, Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noah Harley, Michael Codalesa, Catbite, Charles Stinnett, Cindy Klein, Mark J, Luke Fallegos, Gary's, John Quilisi, Dwight Phelan, and Steven Cronenthal. If you would like to be a part of this patron end screen of the day, you can do so by joining our very awesome Patreon page in the description and in the pinned comments down below. I would also like to thank our channel members, Hair Farms 1 and Catbite as well. If you want to join this, that'll be located next to that subscribe button down below. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to destroy the like button. Be sure to leave a comment down below to help the YouTube algorithm out. And be sure to subscribe if you like weather-related content. I will see you guys in the next video.